Do you believe it? It's time to do the garden again. Like, I am so excited. I've got the garden happening, and I've also got a couple new flower beds that I have to work on. We actually just went to the farmer's market this week and got some plants, so I've got some veggies and things, and also some perennials, so I get to plant those as well. Hopefully they'll be twice as big and beautiful next year, so I'm really excited about that. For right now, we're gonna get organized. We're gonna figure out what we're doing, where we're putting what, and we do have to go to Tractor Supply and pick up some things, but there's just a lot of things here and there that we're gonna have to get squared away, and so I'm gonna take you guys along for the entire thing, and I hope you enjoy these videos. The garden is now kicking off. I want to know what you're growing this year, and if you have a garden this year, make sure you leave a comment down below letting me know what you're growing, because I might want to try something new. I might want to put something in my garden that you have in your garden, so let me know. And otherwise, I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to plant, and I have 2 new flower beds that I have got to get set up, which I've already been working on, but I haven't filmed any of that, so I'm gonna get you guys up to speed on that. It's just let's get into it, okay? Because I'm ready. Putting my veggies out here, and then next I'll be moving to the 2 flower beds that I have wrapped around the patio. Those are larger plants, and I also need to move some hosta and break those up and get those planted in the flower beds. This guy right here is my biggest helper. Good job, bud. Okay, so my kids actually took some of the cards out of these plants, but luckily I have tended to enough gardens in my life that I know which plants are which. So the thing I don't know is the difference between the tomatoes, because I got like a couple different varieties. I do have some yellow straight neck squash, and I didn't get any zucchini this year only because Hunter doesn't care for zucchini, and zucchini produces a lot, and I still have frozen zucchini. I still have frozen zucchini from last summer's garden, so I just decided to not get any zucchini this year. I'm just gonna do squash because I enjoy squash enough alone with onions and peppers and things, so I'm just gonna do that. But then I also have these pepper plants. Yeah, these are pepper plants. I got some green bell peppers, and I got some red peppers. Assuming these are my red or green, I'm not really sure. But then I also got some cucumber. I got 2 of these cucumber plants. These, we're actually gonna buy some cattle paneling, and we're gonna create an arch for the cucumbers. So I'm not gonna plant these quite yet, but I will end up putting them in some larger containers just so that they can grow a little bit. And here's tomatoes. I've got big beef, and then I have another variety which I'm not sure. I don't know. My mother-in-law bought a whole pallet, and we kind of just split up the difference because she got several different varieties, so I'm not quite sure what she put in these containers. We kind of switched them out, but yeah, there's different varieties here, so I'm just gonna have those in their own little section, of course. For right now, that is all I've gotten, but I do think I want some more things. Not really sure, but I'm gonna get these in the ground for today. and go from there. So last year I actually put tomato plants over in that pot, and I had zucchini in this one right here. I think I'm going to do tomatoes in this one this year, and then do something else over there. Maybe just have peppers over there, just because I'm trying to put the tall plants in one area and then the shorter plants in another area. So that's kind of my thought process here. Okay, it's actually starting to rain a little bit, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm gonna keep going. So I've got tomatoes here. I've got tomatoes there. One tomato there. Over here, I've got zucchini. Yes, I'm aware that these are a lot of zucchini plants. Those are a lot of tomatoes. And I don't prefer a lot of tomatoes that close together, but here we are. And then over here I've got my green peppers and my red peppers. So that's a setup so far, and I may end up getting some more vegetables. I've got some pots over there that I might just go ahead and put some dirt in those and get that squared away, because I think I do want more of a variety. I'm not sure. We'll see what I can take on as a whole, but we do have to still get the cucumbers up. Like I said, we just got to go to Tractor Supply, get some cattle panels, put that up at some point, hopefully this week, and I can go ahead and plant the cucumbers. So now that task is done, I gotta move up to the 2 flower beds around the patio, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I have in mind for that. We did go to the farmer's market yesterday, and like I said before, I got veggies for the garden, and then I also got some perennials, just because I do want some florals and things around the patio to make it look better and to make it nicer to sit out there and to watch nature. So it's starting to rain. That's okay. I actually don't know how hard or how long it's supposed to rain for. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. It's like, it's not on my weather app, but at the same time it's on the forecast, so whatever. It actually works out nice because I don't have to go back and water all the plants, but I do need to get this hosta up here in the front moved. Because it's all by its lonesome self. I had planted 3 here last year, and none of them, this is the only one that made it, but it actually has like 2 or 3 eyes on it, so I'm gonna separate it out and make different plants and then move it to the back patio. Actually raining a lot more than I expected, so I'm just gonna let it kind of do its thing, and until then I have a little project that I'm gonna be doing with some limes and lemons that I cut up. I've got a couple mason jars that I'm gonna make some citronella candles for the patio out here instead of buying some. I just kind of wanted to make my own and see if I could do it and if it was worth it. So I also got some citronella torch fuel for these, and then I have some candle wicks. So we're gonna make this really simple. So you guys, this project was like really easy. All you need is some lemons, some limes. You could even do oranges if you wanted to. But since I went with the citronella torch that was already kind of scented, I just went along with the limes and the lemons because it flowed well with the oil. But all you got to do is take a mason jar, and then you're gonna take a nail and a hammer, stab a hole in the center of it, and then you want to take a candle wick, which I actually did switch these out for little, I don't know what you call them, but they look like ropes. They go in oil lamps, and it's a candle wick, I guess, but they're for oil lamps. So I switched them out and made the holes bigger in the top of the lid, and you can see right here that I use the oil lamp wicks because they just work so much better and they burn for a lot longer. But this project was super easy, and I'm going to leave everything in the description box down below if you want to know everything that I used for this project. Alright, so that hosta that I had, this front tree up here, dug it up, split them into 3 ears, eyes, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to put probably this larger one up here at the front porch because I need some more plants there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy over here. And I want to place him right here. So we're gonna dig a hole, and I've got to cut through this plastic that's underneath this, so that's gonna be super fun. Also, check out the new calf. She's so sweet. Okay, now that that's done, my last project for this afternoon is to try and get the plants, the perennials that I have along this side of the patio, put in the ground. And then I also have to add maybe a couple hosta back here. But I'm gonna have to get some more plants from my mother-in-law because she's got a lot that she like spreads out every year. And so this is one area that I put down some black fabric earlier this week. I didn't get that on camera, but that's what I was working on this weekend. So I've also got to get some mulch from my mother-in-law too. So she's pretty much my plant lady, my mulch lady, egg lady, whatever. Here's along the side, I've got some salvia from yesterday. We went to the farmer's market and checked out some stuff. Same place I got my veggies, I got these. And I got 2 of these evergreens I already had right here. They're dying just because they were in some pots that didn't have enough drainage, so I just went ahead and planted them in the ground to see if they'll actually flourish. If not, I'll just replace them. Simple enough. But there's another one, and then I've got a new breed of hosta, so I'm excited to put these down too. And this one actually has several different eyes in it as well that I can actually split up, I think, and make more out of this. So where my kids' little trampoline is, I'm actually gonna put a larger bush here. I'm thinking of a hydrangea or maybe like some kind of grass bush, and then I'm also gonna put the same thing, whatever it is, on that corner of the house. And then I'm gonna add some stepping stones through here, and then kind of just place different plants, colorful plants around it. And then hopefully this grass right here will grow back by the end of summer, and I'll get the kids' toys kind of fixed up and looking better out here, because it just looks like a daycare, and that is not my vibe, y'all. Alright, I have 3 plants left. It has been so difficult trying to get this stuff in the ground because, you guys know, I have 2 toddlers. I have a 3-year-old and I have a 1.5-year-old. So they're always behind the camera, and usually when I'm filming they're like playing outside around me or something. And they have not felt the greatest the past couple days. So I think a lot of the pollen and stuff has gotten to them, but they want to come outside all the time. But it makes it hard because the pollen is just making them more and more sick. So they've just been really fussy, and I've been trying to like tend to them while I'm filming, and it's just like, it's a really hard balance sometimes. And I get so angry just because they want something every 5 seconds. Wyatt was like walking past the camera nonstop, like butt naked out here, and I'm just like, dude, like, you can't do that. And so it's just, there's so many things behind the camera that people don't see and you don't think about. But man, if I showed all the behind the scenes of like making these videos, as simple as they are, they're really not simple. But anyhow, I got these 2 hostas in, and then I've got to get this one in, and I just made the holes for the salvia and another hosta, so I've got to get those in, and I think that's all I'm going to do for this afternoon because we've got some plans for supper. These salvia that I was really excited to plant because I'm just looking for some more color around the carport, and I like the way they smell because they just remind me of old times and my childhood a little bit. Just, I don't know, kind of smells like mama. I don't know how to explain it, but I love to have stuff like this around the house because it just makes me feel like I'm more home. And so I'm putting these in the ground. Alright, I changed my plans a little bit and I put this salvia here just because I'm afraid these are not going to catch as much sun. I might have to move that one over here too, just so that it'll catch some more sun during the day, but we'll see how it does. If I feel like it's not doing good, then I'll just go ahead and move it. But this is what I got for today. It ain't much, y'all, but listen, I gotta get some more plants from my mother-in-law, and then I gotta get some mulch from her, and I will finally finish this. In the meantime, I'm gonna start watering my garden, so I will catch you guys. Just ate that bug. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you, mean it.